Hi, I'm Lear Morrison, and you're watching our session here at US 36 Raceway in Osborne, Missouri. We'll have 3 IMCA classes of the IMCA stock cars, IMCA modifieds, and IMCA sport mods, along with the E-mods and pure stocks. But joining these classes tonight will be the MOVR Midwest Outlaw Vintage Racers here at US 36 Raceway. And they're packing in the track now, got watered down, and we'll get motor riven here at US 36 Raceway. Let's get the race.
As the green comes out, great start by Conger that time as he has got about a 3-4 car length lead as we head in turn number 1. Starmer sideways. Cadwallader will take over that second spot. Here comes Smith. Randy Smith Jr. feeling it here tonight as he has got that car on the high line trying to find some traction up top. P.J. Conger continues to lead. Give Conger a clean racetrack and a fast race car. He will show you how to get it done. As again, Starmer up on the top side in that 11S. Look at Haynes, Nick Haynes, all the way up to that third spot. He and Cadwallader nose to tail as they come down the front straightaway. Haynes will look on the inside of Cadwallader as they head into turn number 1. As they come off turn number 2, Haynes still right on that back deck led of Cadwallader with Starmer up top. As around goes the 19X of Josh Munson. 19X going to look like he is on the high side. Everybody getting a little antsy as they come to the cone. Conger's going to lead them as we come down the front straightaway. Starmer again, Nick Haynes, he is going to work the inside. Now he's going to the high side of the 19 of Conger. Haynes and Conger up front. Those two cars doing battle. Something that must be the 9 in the number here tonight. It's the 19 out front, and the 9H runs second. Empire Auto on the side of that car, number 19. 9H of Haynes got Hibner logging on the side. Also, he has the HD Auto carrying it, the banner for it tonight. Again, Conger going to lead them, but Haynes runs second. Haynes looking on the high side of Conger, unable to make that work. Now, right on the back deck lid as they go down the back straightaway, going to have to look to the top as Conger keeps that inside covered. As around goes Matt Lynn in car number 22H.
I give her $400.
That's you.
I yelled at him a little bit.
Again, car number 19 out front. He and Nick Haynes putting on a show for that top spot as Haynes way up the racetrack. That's going to cost him as here comes Randy Smith in that car number 20X. Got one very slow. J.J. Bomley slow on the back straightaway. Yellow coming out on the speedway as we're getting ready to go green flag racing. The lights are out. Green is go at the cone as they come off turn number 4. Yeah, he does. He's getting right on that edge. Again, Conger going to lead him, but Haynes going to look to the outside as we go down the back straightaway. Conger and Haynes, 2 of the best in the business. 2 of the Bowler Motorsports cars going at it behind them for that 3rd and 4th position. As you got Clancy on the high side, he will take over that 3rd spot over Randy Smith. Conger again leads down the back straightaway, putting it all together here tonight as Nick Haynes runs in that 2nd position. Good points night for Haynes as J.J. Bomley developed trouble. As the race is not over yet, as Haynes continues to come to the front, but Conger running a great race so far in that car number 19. Haynes getting oh so close. Keep an eye on that 32P as Jeremy Pitzenbarger is coming to the front. He will take over that 5th spot. Jeremy Pitzenbarger started dead last on this field. He is up to that 5th position and looking for more as he now sets his sights on the 20X of Randy Smith Jr. Up front, just a few car lengths separate. 19 the leader from the 9X of Nick Haynes. Haynes now right on the back bumpers to come down the front straightaway as 83 of Coleman Browning pulls into the infield. Looks like his race is over. Up front, 19 going to lead them down the back straightaway as the laps continue to wind down here in the IMCA Sport Mod feature. Haynes will not go away as he runs in that 2nd position. As they continue to fly down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Haynes going to try the top of the racetrack. Conger running on the low side. He will close that door if anybody tries to look on the inside of the racetrack. Now as they come down the front straightaway, the 19 still going to lead them. But in that 2nd position is that car number 9H of the Wild Child, Nick Haynes. Steve Clancy trying to edge closer, wanting to make it 2 in a row, but don't know if he has the horse under the hood to do it tonight. As they come down the front straightaway, 2 more laps to decide them, race fans. 2 more laps to get it done. As Haynes knows he's running out of time in that second position. He got to his bumper that time. Will he move him? Will he try some kind of kamikaze move here on the last lap as the white flag comes out one more time around for P.J. Conger? Haynes going to look on the inside. Does he have enough? That one slip may have been all it took as they go into turn number 3. As they come off turn number 4, Haynes going to look on the inside, but can't get it done. Your feature winner, P.J. the King Conger. Second place, 9H of Nick Haynes. Third place, 12X of Stephen Clancy. Then comes car number 20X of Randy Smith Jr. And rounding out your top 5, coming from dead last on the field to the... Here we go, race fans.
Your race at its own.
Going green down the front straightaway. Barnes going to try to lead them as we head into turn number 1 with Mason on the outside. Mason slides up the racetrack. Let's just do a 4-wide salute as we go down the back straightaway. Little contact with Estes, but he will hang on to that Thunderbird. 94 Steel, he will slip back through the pack, but up front, a little rubbing between the 997 and the 20X of Mason as we go through turn number 1 off of turn number 2. Barnes got that 29 working as he goes down the back straightaway. Look at Ross throwing that car underneath those 2 cars. He will try to take over that second spot 3 wide down the front straightaway. Wow, these guys never cease to amaze me. As we go down the back straightaway, driving the 997, racing Jason Estes, got that car working. As we come down the front straightaway, Estes will take over that lead as Barnes slips way up the racetrack. He will move back to that 4th spot. Tough luck for Barnes, just a little too high on the racetrack as Barnes appears to be a little off the pace in that 29 car. One slip with these guys is all it takes. And where did Brad Whitney come from? He came from 5th row inside. He is all the way up to that 3rd spot. So Whitney on the move in that car number X9. As we come through turn number 3, off of 4, Estes continues to lead. But right there is the 34X of Mick Ross as these 2 are doing battle. Mendel Winion prepared. Car number 997 of Estes leads. Looks like Mick Ross may have something for him in the Gold Wheelmobile as he runs in that 2nd position. You can see the track starting to black off, starting to take a little rubber with these Hoosier tires. They are doing all they can to go as fast as they can go. Look at Ross looking on the inside of Estes as we go down the back straightaway. Ross and Estes, Thunderbird versus Chevrolet as we come down the front straightaway. Any Ford fans, you're in the lead. Chevy fans, you're running 2nd. And how about Whitney as he will run 3rd? But look at Thomas Roberts using that high line, making his march to the front. Jason Estes again fades ever so slightly in turn number 3 and 4, gathers that car back up. Mick Ross hangs on in that 2nd spot. He is all over the back deck lid of the 997 as the laps continue to wind down. IMCA Sport, as 2 cars get together and into the infield they go. Looks like Josh Steele will make it on through the... Started the cone, 997 of Jason Estes. He going to hammer down as they come by the cone. Good start for Mick Ross that 2nd spot, but here comes Whitney as he is going to look on the high side of Ross. Whitney up top. Then comes the 65 of Thomas Roberts as they go down the back straightaway. Whitney now going to look on the inside. Contact between the 34 and the X9 of Whitney as they come down the front straightaway. Ross will hang on to that 2nd spot. Whitney runs in that 3rd spot. Here comes Roberts. Roberts, a fast car under him tonight, and he is driving it as he is up to that 4th spot. Last week's feature winner now in the 5th spot as the laps continue to wind down. Estes got that Thunderbird out front. Wendell Mannion, sponsor on that race car, as he has got it fast for him here tonight. Mick Ross will run in that 2nd spot. The X9 of Whitney and Thomas Roberts, he will round out to 4, and here comes the 21C of Chad Clancy into that 5th spot. Down the front straightaway, 997 Estes doing everything he can. And here comes car number 34X of Mick Ross. And the X9 of Brad Whitney, 65X of Thomas Roberts, and car number 21 as the round goes to 94J. 94J looped it. He's out way. I like you call. As Estes, he has got that car out front. Race fans down the back straightaway they go. You know, Estes has got them gold wheels, and so has Mick Ross, and they're running first and second, so it's got to be something to do with the wheels as they come down the front straightaway with the laps continuing to wind down. Looks like Chad Clancy may have had that third spot that time by with the X9 of Brad Whitney in the fourth spot. Blake Pillar using the high line. He will move up to that sixth spot now, but here comes Barnes charging back to the front in that car number 29. Barnes and Peeler side by side. I think Peeler may have had it at the line. And Barnes in too hot and heavy. Around he goes. He keeps going. He keeps going as the white flag comes out on the racetrack. Green will stay on the speedway. As they go down the back straightaway, 997 Estes going to lead them. Checkered flag in the flagman Chad's hands. Let's give him a big round of applause. Picking up the feature win tonight in the Fort Thunder Chicken, racing Jason Estes. Second place, 34X of Mick Ross. Third place, 21X of Chad Clancy. X9 of Brad Whitney rounds out your top five. And the 65X of Thomas Roberts is your sixth place finisher. Now down the first straightaway, Spriggs with a good start. He is going to lead them as we head into turn number one. Spriggs on the inside, Hibner on the high side. Here comes Byers. Byers making that move. He will fall into that third spot. Here comes Clancy up top in that car number 21C. But it looks like Bowers has that low line figured out. Hibner coming on the high side. Not sure who was leading that time by. 81 was your leader that time by, but it looks like Hibner will take over that top spot now. Hibner your leader as they come down the front straightaway. Stephen Byers looking on the inside of Spriggs as they come down the front straightaway. Spriggs hangs on to that number 2 spot, but Bowers challenging every step of the way. Clancy now, he will work his magic up to that 4th spot with a 17T of Turner back to 5th. Hibner gets it working down the front straightaway. Good run for him as he has got that car to his liking here tonight. As Hibner pulling away, now the battle for that second spot. Spriggs slipped up ever so slightly. That opened the door for the 77 of Byers. Harley's got to be happy as now Byers moved into that second position. 2 front runners, Hibner out front. Byers in second as they go into turn number 1 off of turn number 2. As they go down the back straightaway. Byers starting to set his sights on Hibner, but does he have enough? Hibner logging. Byers within 2 car lengths now that time by. Stephen Byers seems to get through 3 and 4 better, but Hibner through 1 and 2 better than Byers. Spriggs again slips ever so slightly. That opens the door for the 81 of Spriggs. Up front, Byers again within a car length that time off of turn number 2. But when we get to turn number 4, when we get to turn number 1 and 2, Hibner just a little bit quicker there as he and Byers going nose to tail now for that top spot. Clancy gets settled into that 3rd spot. Now single file pretty much all the way around the racetrack. As we got a battle shaping up for the lead. Here comes Byers. Byers and Hibner going back and forth for that top spot. Byers will take the lead. Hibner going to look back on the inside now as they come down the front straightaway. All it took was one slip, and that pro, the 77 of Byers, would get it done as he is out front now, pulling away by 3, 4 car lengths, make it 6 now as we head into turn number 3.
Yeah, just too much. Just too much.
Turner slips that car over the berm. Yellow flag coming out on the racetrack. Stephen Byers starting at the cone. Great start for him up front. Clancy now goes in the 2nd spot. We have got another challenger for the lead now as Clancy will take over spot number 2. Clancy's going to have to hurry as they're halfway through. Cross flags means halfway through. 10 10 laps of this 20-lap feature complete here tonight. Stephen Byers from Topeka, Kansas out front. The 21C of Clancy, he will run in that second spot as they continue to fast. Carter in the 48 doing a little battle back in the pack. Him and Jim Meister playing tiddlywinks for that last position as they come down the front straightaway. But up front, Stephen Byers, if nothing fails him now, he is going to pick up his first ever feature win on the high banks of US 36 Raceway. As he goes through turn number 1, off of turn number 2, Stephen Byers still going to lead him in that 77. Like Alan said, so much talent behind the wheel of that 77. But don't count out Clancy. Chad Clancy closing in little by little on the 77 of Byers as the laps continue to wind down. How do you say it? Conkrite in that car number 24. He brings it to the front. He is now challenging Hibner for that spot. 24C of Conkrite. He is up front now, Conkrite. Brandon Conkrite started third row outside. He is now in that fourth position looking for more as he and Hibner were side by side for that third position not more than a lap ago. Turner trying to mount his charge back to the front and unable to get it done, but Clancy still within striking distance of 77 Byers. Clancy slipped ever so slightly in turn number 2, but Bowers, that man is so cool he could sit on a wood stove and sweat ice cubes. That is Stephen Byers in the 77, one of the best in the business. He is getting it done here tonight. The 77 going to be dealing with lap traffic here on this fast 3/8 mile of dirt as he continues to run up front. Passing flag displayed for the car number 48 saying hold your line, and that 77 will find a way around you. Jim Meissner gives way. Byers no problem as he puts the 48 a lap down. Clancy now will have to lap the 48 also as Byers continues to run up front as the laps continue to wind down. 2 to go. Understand that's time by. 2 more times around for the 77 of Stephen Byers Jr. Can he close the deal here tonight? That's 77, one fast hot rod. He is wanting to celebrate his first ever victory on the high banks of US 36 Raceway. Can he get it done here tonight? Down the back straightaway. He has got 2 turns and a half a straightaway to do it. White flag's done. Checkered flag in the air. Your feature winner, the 77 of Stephen Byers Jr. Second place, 21C of Chad Clancy. Third place, car number 89 of Tyler Hibner. Then the 17T of Shadron Turner and the 24C of Brandon Conkrite. Head down trackside. Jason, the old Thunderbird, was working tonight, flapping them wings to perfection. Congratulations on one more great race. You and Mick Ross putting on a show out there of good, hard, clean racing. 4 wide at times on the start of that race. You may not have realized it because you was a nose ahead.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw Mick down there a time or two before that first yellow, and then I didn't really see anybody after that, but I just kind of tried to protect the middle there, and I kind of want to go up top, but thought I'd wait and see if anybody tried to get around me first. So
I tell you what, if you'd have went up top, Mick Ross was right there. He could have probably challenged you, but great race by you as always. You and Wendell Mannion, a winning team. Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. I need to thank Wendell. He helps us a lot to get out here. A lot of guys helped me this week. Justin Lang, he really done a lot to the car here Wednesday and Thursday night. We've worked till like 11 or 12 o'clock to get ready. So appreciate it, John and Dave in the pits, my wife, kids for letting me do this. All you fans for coming. Probably not too many cheers, not too many people here. Probably wouldn't be anyway, but those who wanted to sit back out here, thanks.
I tell you what, people don't realize how much hard work it takes behind the scenes at home to come out here and race. Usually races are won back home in the shop rather than out here on the track. Your job's to drive it, but they have to be right to be able to drive it.
Yeah, we kind of done our homework, trying some new things out over here. Our car's a little bit heavier than anybody else over here. It's pretty outdated, but we're coming. We'll be back in 2 weeks for that big show. Can't wait.
But you're the Thunder Chicken. You got wings, buddy. Congratulations. Race fans, let's hear it one more time in Victory Lane. Racing Jason Estes. Let's move on to here tonight. Got to be the hire. And we noticed in first and second position, the gold wheels on those stock cars finished 1 and 2 tonight. Is there some kind of secret y'all need to let us in on or anything?
Oh, when I was a kid, I used to watch some guy run them orange wheels and thought they were pretty cool. I don't know. Now I'm not so much sure if I like him anymore now or not.
Great race out there in that stock car division, but let's talk about the one you won tonight. You wasted no time getting this car out front, and what a show you put on in this 20X. Each and every time you drive it, you get the job done, Mick. Nice job.
Yeah, I never know for sure if I'm going to drive it till I get to the track, do a little bit of work to it, and it always seems to run pretty good for the most part.
And you have always been a great pure stock driver. Well, matter of fact, great anything I've ever seen you drive in a race car. You have come a long way since you started. Family's so proud of you. The famous 34X out here on the Speedway, but tonight you win in the infamous 20X.
Yeah, hopefully we can pick up another win at tomorrow night and maybe 1 or 2 in the stock car.
Let's go ahead and take us through the sponsors, the people that make it possible on this race car for you to race it.
John Bowler, Beth Bowler, Cameron Engines, Brilliant Graphics, Lake Road Warehouse, Napa, US 36 Raceway, Bethany Raceway, all my family and all fans for coming out.
Nice job, Mick. Last time you were up at Bethany Speedway, you put it in victory lane up there. Hopefully do the same tomorrow night. Race fans, let's give him a bigger round of applause in victory lane. The Maysville Mauler, Mick Ross. Race fans, as he comes out of the car, let's hear it for him. Stephen Bowers Jr. I tell you what, Harley ought to be proud of you tonight because you bided your time. You felt this track out. It seems like in the heat race, Stephen, about halfway through that heat race, you found something, or you found something on this racetrack. You made it work, and look where you're standing tonight, Lake House Winner's Circle.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to first of all thank my fiance and my pit crew, Blake, for driving my wife.
Yeah, y'all are married now. You can say wife.
Anyways, I'd like to thank her and Blake for driving me out here, and my son Harley. And I'd like to thank all of my sponsors on this race car. Without all them, I mean, I probably couldn't do this. And last time we was here, opening night here, and track was kind of hammered down, and we haven't been back. We've been taking easy on Fridays. Last Friday we spent a little bit of family time. Then I said, we're going to go racing this Friday. We come back here, and luckily John Bowler, he found my siping iron. I was really appreciative of him giving back my siper. I mean, that guy's hands down. He had an awesome track tonight. It rubbered up a little bit, but it was racy. But I'll take a rubber track than a hammer down cushion track any day of the week. But anyways, I'd like to thank all the fans that come out support US 36 Speedway. I appreciate it all.
I tell you what, Stephen, you talking about the hammer down track. These tracks like this tonight, it does one thing I really like myself. It puts it right back in your hands, takes the horsepower out, takes it all out. It's the setup and the man behind the wheel that gets it done. And again, we do understand that Harley is adopted, correct?
Yes. Yeah, he's my son, and man, he goes everywhere. He goes everywhere with us. He's been in almost every victory I ever been in. So you gotta love him.
And I'll tell you what, I saw him ride with you on the race car, running back and forth on the hood. I've even put pictures of that out there and everything. Stephen Byers, one more class act. Congratulations. First ever feature win on the high banks of US 36 Raceway, correct?
That is correct. It's the first one, and I'm glad to get my first one here. And we'll be back here a couple more times for the season end. So thanks everybody.
Race fans, one more time, Stephen Byers Jr. As he climbs out of the car, let's give him a bigger round of applause. Ron, left hole. Ron, first and foremost, thank you for that generous donation tonight to the Eddie Swope family. We thank you so much for that. Again, you used to race here in sprint cars. You're infamous for race sprint cars, but you still enjoy the sport. Congratulations on a big win on the high banks here tonight.
Well, thank you. This kind of brings back a lot of good old memories back in the day, but you know, whether it's in a sprint car or the super modified, it's as much as fun. The only thing about the sprint cars, we had the wings on them, so you go a little bit faster.
A little more downforce keeps that car working for you. But again, great run here tonight. And I'm going to put you on the spot. You're now probably a senior citizen by now.
Oh, by all means. I guess you're going to ask me how old I am, huh?
No, we don't want to put you on the spot on that. But I tell you what, Great job out there. We still know you as Groovy from back in the old days. I tell you what, nice job tonight. Tell us about who makes it possible for you to come and race this car.
Well, I mean, I built the car myself. It's a replica of the car that I had back in the 70s, and it looks identical. It is the same motor. And I assume it runs about the same, you know, but...
Looks fast to me.
So anyway, the only big difference is the age on me and the car back in the 70s. But I don't know. I remember I got pretty tired back in the 70s by the time the feature's over with, so I'm not much different.
Race fans, let's give him another big round of applause. Groovy Ron Bolts in victory lane tonight. Race fans, as he comes out of the race car, give him a round of applause. The King, P.J. Conger. Get on over here, my man. Tell you what, you worked your way to the front. You never looked back. You had the hounds at the door. You beat the best of the very best tonight as you and the Wild Child doing battle up front. You come out on top. Take us through that race.
Well, it felt pretty good. The track was slick, pretty smooth. I mean, it worked out better.
I'll tell you what, I'd say so, as this car really looks like it works good for you. I know you got a lot of people to thank for getting you in victory lane here tonight. You are no stranger to victory lane, and we know that. You have been around for a while, race cars. But this year, struggled a little bit early, but now you have found victory lane. The last one.
We got this monkey off our back. I got a lot of people to thank on the side. There's Lux Construction. He's the primary sponsor of this thing. Ace Automotive Empire, CNR Guttering, Boss Motorsports, my family. I got my dad that does a lot of work on the car. Couldn't do it without him. And all you fans make it possible.
Congratulations, race fans. Let's give him another big round of applause in victory lane tonight. PJ the King Conger. Let's head on back. Give him that big round of applause as he gets his first ever feature win on the high banks. Austin Couch. Great win here tonight. You showed them the back of that car the whole race. Never once looking back, never once fading, never once giving up that lead. And you put it in victory lane here tonight. Austin, take us through that race.
Pretty fun. I don't know.
May have to work on these winners, interviews a little bit. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, nice job out on the racetrack. Looked like the car handled perfectly for you.
Oh, yeah. It handled real nice. Pretty nice. It was handled pretty good.
You feeling pretty happy? Is this your first ever feature win?
Yeah.
First ever feature win, race fans, here on the high banks of US 36 Raceway. That's got to feel good. Now the monkey off the back. You are a known winner in this E-Modified.
Oh, yeah.
Have to work on the winter interviews. Race fans, one more time, Austin Couch, any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Mostly my dad and the family, Couch's Auto. He put it together for all of us. The family did pretty much, so that's pretty much it.
That even makes it sweeter to get that victory with your family working together and everything, because racing is family. Congratulations on a big win here tonight. Austin Couch, race fans, let's hear it one more time. As we close out here at US 36 Raceway, what a night of racing action we had tonight. Stock cars again, 3 and 4 wide throughout the whole race. Things coming up, race fans, some of the biggest races of the year like you have never seen here. The annual Joe Chris Memorial Race coming up. Stock car shootout that night. Big money on the line. What a race that's going to be. Next week here on the High Banks, Summer Nationals, ASCS Sprint Cars, Race Saver Sprint Cars, and the 600 Micro Sprint Cars out here on the Speedway. Also E-Mods racing next week, so be sure and come out. It's going to be a great night of racing action. Like I say before, you can't beat the high banks. See you here, race fans, next week, next Friday night.